think that part was years ago.
Oh, I see. Yes, that makes a big
Oh,
difference.
okay. This too. Yeah. Okay. Does that make you do anything, Brady? Yeah.
I like to try and
I
get
feel like on this thing, like more it's.
yeah, you get and I use the angle. Yeah, it's I think yeah, know what it is. Yeah.
Always on arm bars, I'm gonna break in the opposite direction. So,
No way.
here, if his thumb is like pointed, I think that's what it was. But, so, I have all this.
How are you getting it down to this?
If his thumb is like this,
You gotta control.
blade again,
That's all that's gonna do that.
arm,
Roll it forward.
it feels good to do because it's.
Because it's
He's still.
Finish it up, you're on. Did you both try that one?
yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Finish it up, you're on.
One on my side.
If you're having trouble, think about where it's from. If the thumb is pointing straight towards the mat, how much? Basically, it slows it. So, take this one, notch into this. So that's it. Turn on your mat.
Oh.
Alright, let's move into our takedown here. I have Dante. Hands need to be up. Not clenched. Not in fighting just because witnesses, security cameras, this looks horrendous. It's going to be very, very difficult to defend that in court, and most of us can't afford the lawyers that are capable of doing so. So, hands need to be up here. They're just as good open. Just as good. I can throw up maybe even faster if my hands are starting open. And if he goes to throw, I'm in the middle here. And if my hands are open, I can go straight in and grab him. There's no delay. So he goes to throw, I'm immediately shoulder bicep area here. If he's just out here swinging, I'll go with my arm grab. But the last couple of weeks, we've been working, he throws me and just crashes in. So we're here. My hand is on my forehead. My elbow is hitting him in the chest. And if we're practicing real time, it should kind of knock the wind out. So he goes to throw, we're here. We're here. Pressuring into him. This elbow that's in his chest, I'm going to rotate down, and I'm going to have my underhook here. Notice how my ears to his chest, and the top of my head is up into the top of my head into his chin. If his head is directly over the top of his body, he's a lot stronger than if he's pushed off the side. Here he has no balance, he has no base. He's actually physically a lot weaker. Because your body, if your head's kind of off kilter, your body will not let you do anything with a lot of force. Because it feels like a threat. So, ears in his chest, top of my head is in his chin. Now today what we're going to be doing, I'm going to be coming off to the side here. And this is the same motion that we did on Friday with the Uchigai, where I have my elbow buried to his hip here, and I'm bringing my elbow into my hip, so that we're joined here. So that we have this connection here, and I have a lot of control. I basically control it here. What we're going to do today, last week, we pulled him in and hooked that leg. Today, even simpler. Even simpler. I'm pulling him in, and I'm just changing him up a little fast. Catch his far side leg here. Head is in his rib cage. My knee is the back of his hip. And I'm driving to the rear. Notice how I stay connected to him. I'm still connected to his hip. That way he can't reestablish his guard, and I'm immediately into control of the position. Go again. We're here. I'm marrying our hips. Now, one thing, especially with guys with long legs, take a wide stance. This is going to be very difficult to get. So I need to be at his hip and driving into it. So that I'm coming in at this point, where his legs are close together. In the event that I can't get far side leg, don't let it's a big wide stance here. Don't waste time with this. Unless you're overwhelmingly stronger than your opponent, this is never a winning battle. You're just going to transition to a single leg, and the exact same mechanics apply. I'm here at his knee, my knee is in the back of his heel, and I'm driving into my head. But today what we're going to work is that double. One more time. Questions? Comments? Concerns? Alright, same partners. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be a lot easier to go and having you do that this year. Also, it's going to be easier to drive off. What's going to make that easier is if you're here. Now, as soon as you get to as soon as things look like, this is the time to come. This is the
No, my back. Back up.
I just let that.
What's that?
Just that whole scramble.
My driving place.
Oh, it's not bad. I've been able to do it.
Where are you back?
Back me down.
Is that on here?
On this one,
I got your knee, but I didn't.
Put those together.
Now we can get the knees and the knee. You want to go anywhere?
it's a lot easier. Finish up the rep we're on. Get a wrap. Dante here. Do one more mount. So, mount, we've been working a lot of modified S mount where we drive up to the high mount and they realize, oh, I'm screwed here. And they turn, just kind of, as an instinct, a reflex to try and get out. And we just kind of float on top and then lands nice control. Side position. We work a lot of stuff here. A lot of gift wrap, turn to the ground, Kimura stuff, arm bars. I want to go back now to just that regular high mount really fast. Just review getting to high mount because there's basically three types of mounts. There's a low mount where we're down on the hips. It's a high mount where I'm up, where I have his arms up, his elbows above his shoulders, and I'm up on his chest. And then there's that modified S mount. Now, just quickly reviewing the low mount. We like to say that it's best for control, but it's really not best for me. High mount's gotta be better control. So this has to be a dynamic position. This can't be, you get to this mount, and you think, I won! Let's hold on to this for dear life. Because all I'm really doing here is providing him a framework to work his sweeps and his escapes. So this has to be a dynamic position. I can't be, resting here. I'm just gonna lose him. So, as soon as I get here, I have to immediately address. his hands are on my hips, his hands are on my knees, he has an elbow dug into my knee. This has to be addressed immediately. If you try to do anything without first addressing that, you're just giving them this. So this has to be addressed right away. Address the hands, get them off your hips, address the elbow, get it off your knee, get it tight, and then immediately off of that, start working your underhooks. The point of attack for our underhooks here, in a good tight mount, where my knees are tight, my toes are tucked, it's going to be down my thigh. Because he's going to be trying to get these elbows in so that he can get some frames. So this is the point of contact, this is where I'm going to be able to attack. I'm going to make like a kind of a knife with my fist. And if you're not too concerned about your fingers, you can also, because it's thinner, little dagger, just getting in right in the inside of your thigh and getting to this tricep shoulder area. Now from here, you want to be cognizant, because as soon as you go to here, you can start cutting like this, and that's going to be a problem. If that happens, you have to disengage and immediately address that. It's like if you were in command of some troops in like an ancient battle, and you're like, okay, there's this contingent of enemy troops. I just don't want to deal with them. I'm going to go around them and attack the rest of the army, and just not worry about them anymore. And then they fall on your rear, just slaughter. That's what these little grips are like. Cannot let them sit in your rear. You have to address them before you move on to other things. So, address them. We're here. This point of attack down the inside of my thigh. Because there's this little hole. No matter how tight he is here, there's always going to be this little hole right here between my thigh, his elbow, and his rib cage. I can just kind of easily my way in there like that. And this isn't like my arm trying to jig in there. I'm getting here. See how my arm's got straight? And my entire weight of my body is here. Once my hand reaches the ground, I'm coming to the back of his shoulder and I'm using my shoulder on his forearm to bring this up. Notice how my arm is still here on this elbow. Same thing. Driving with the weight of my body so as my hand reaches, I can come to the shoulder. And come here. To secure this high mount, what I like to do, my underhook here, I'm going to drive to the far side of his head. And just pin his arm and his head together. Drive the other arm up. And we're here. From here, you can move into a high mount. Now, everyone feeling good with that? Let's go into some submissions. Most common submission for the high mounts over here. I drive up. This. Up. Do this. Most common here, if I go inside the second arm. So I get this. Let's say address. I drive one arm up, I get to his head, and I start driving the other one. As soon as this opens, instead of driving up and getting doubles, which generally I always recommend getting doubles, but I come inside, kind of exposing this inside part of his neck here, and I exchange arms. I have his arm, head in his arms with this hand. I'm gonna switch. Like so. My head's gonna come to the outside. Clasp my hands. Gonna shrug my elbow down into his shoulder. Jump off. Sink my hips and my shoulders to the ground. Head down. You see the thread coming. Regardless. We're here. Address. Driving one up. With the shoulder. Driving with my shoulder. Wrapping the head. his ear. Here, I'm going to be gripping at his armpit. Now I'm going to pass my head to the outside. Clasp. And honestly, if you have good, really pinching down into his shoulder here, you could finish it. For mount, it's going to be more of a neck crank.
You bring your left elbow down in your shoulder.
My left in that, this elbow here, crank it kind of down into here so that it get into the side of his neck.
So you're not squeezing.
Yeah, exactly. Leave it here. And also I'm thinking about trying to draw my shoulder towards his chest. It's not going to actually reach the chest, but if you think about trying to take to the chest, it's going to sink into his neck. So here you could finish it from mount, or you can hop off and really drop your chest down to the mat. Get a nice squeeze. Question of that.
This arm position, is that, are you concerned, you just want it up right?
So, I would prefer that it were here, just so it can cut directly into his neck. But especially in live roles, in competition roles, it's not always going to be the case. It's not really necessary. Where you're going to get most of your choke on this side is actually, like people think, this is like his bicep somehow cutting into the side of his neck. It's anatomically not quite what's happening. What's really happening is like, you ever like hung from a bar and kind of gotten a little bit dizzy? Because this, you meet with your shoulder and trap is coming up into the bottom of your neck here. That's what's really happening. It's not this part here, it's this part. It's kind of like that. So, to answer your question, better, not really necessary. Alright. Same partner. 3. So, I'm going to show something then from this position as well. For the
Yeah, so I guess I'm going to go into
As soon as you adjust your shoulder, you lift the elbow up here. You can't just get me a little straight.
What are you saying?
Painful that it is, like I don't have the air, but you eventually get there. That's a feeling. Like that's a, I'm losing oxygen. Feeling. I don't know if you.
I just want him to be able to talk while you're doing this.
Really?
Also, the life of all of us very much. Like some grapes.
Indeed.
Finish your extra arms.
Oh, yeah.
What? Or is it?
Do one more.
South. Left elbow to the mat. Left elbow to the mat. Drop your knees. Drop your knees. As soon as you get off your knees, you wait for your hip. That holds right. Go south.
That was the first time he went straight to my neck.
Because we end up going north and we end up catching the jaw.
Yeah, that's what was happening before, and then you have to try to work your way back in. That time you dropped straight into here.
And you can't feel anything on the show, so you just got to essentially scoot.
Yeah.
Scoot. That was a lot better. That was good.
Sink down towards your head. Yeah. So you're trying to push this up and clasp hands. That one was a little. And drop your chest in.
Counter that. So, because my arm's so long, it's like hard to take that space.
So the only thing I would say different is the arm you have around, just put out like this. Like so. A little bit tighter. Yeah. And if you need to, you can always choke up. Yeah, always choke up. Little short on time, just gonna go one more thing with Dante here. The head non choke, it is kind of we're getting half of our high mount position and then going for it. If we drive with both sides, so it's here, drive, get my one underhook, get up and shoulder his head, either I'm gonna climb up into this really nice high position.
Good job, Dante.
So, appreciate you, Dante. Usually I have more than this on. But we're here, we can go on our bars and all this. But a lot of times what he's gonna be trying to do is he's gonna try and wiggle one arm out. He doesn't care that that is a horrible idea because he just wants to get out of here. So he's gonna try and get this arm out. I'm gonna let him. Let's staple this with my shin here. My hand that was gripping here. Again, switch. And this is not my best way to do this with, but basically, over, gonna match where I have with my arm here, gonna match this with the back of my thigh. Rock in. And so, and now, it is going to turn like a flex camera. Nice.
Good job, Dante.
But again, I just want to go over that really fast, so I know what it did. But there are a lot of really cool options from high out. Tripod. It's here.
On that triangle thing,
Yes.
do you ever, I find myself like loosening up when I try to throw it, so they get out of it when I try to throw it. Are you having to go methodical?
Yes, very slow, very methodical. So, kind of let one arm go here, and control the head also. That's okay. You have to, if you ever lose control of the head, you guard, a bit, anything. Always going to screw you over. These guys, one arm, we're here, always control.
And you're pulling up with it?
Yeah,
Under control?
basically I went off the mat. Switch, so that basically I always have, like it's if you get out of mount, or you submit, turn to start position and proceed.
If you're a blue or a purple belt now, it doesn't have to be next to you anymore.
Break the guard to pass the guard. Base, pyramid, reverse ladder. Hands on the back. Here's your base. Pyramid.
Yes, sir.
Oh, wait, okay.
Deep breaths.
Yeah, please.
Good times. Gente, warm.
You be tired later. Be tired later.
Make sure your hair is all laying the right way.
Killer Sam.
Anyone is interested for recovery for the rest of the day, just take a couple minutes, rock your legs on the wall, some box breathing. You'll feel better the rest of the day. Thank you all for coming in. It's a life having this many people in here. Congratulations again. Brother Bell here. So,
I needed the rest of you to get a picture on that triangle, that head knock triangle before you go. Yeah, oh, that's right, right behind you. So with you, no, you're fine. Because I didn't bring my keys. So with me.
Yes, and on. How suddenly the time.
I teach a couple different breath work. I wouldn't watch it as an admin. I got a couple new ones. I just got this course I'm taking right now. But box breathing is in my top 4. Physiological side, box breathing, breath as an anchor, diaphragmatic breathing. And now this new one is breath of the light. Kind of yoga thing.
I'm trying to stay on one position at the bottom. We're pushing that neck.
Can you do me a favor?
Yes, I can. And I swear, my elbow and my hip is right there. So this is what it looks like. I wanted you to feel it in case you were getting a lot of jump. He was getting a lot of jump. It's because we got a scoop on it. So this is what yep. Boom. Compromise the spot. Get him out of that iron squirrel position. Compromise the head. That makes him less strong. Coming over, drop my elbow, and then I push his head right out to get him in that tricep. Then I'm like, elevate to open this elbow pit up. You're going to see. Because I'm here, I'm still not over his elbow. I'm elevating my elbow to push his head into this elbow pit. And I drive my elbow so that I can make this smaller. So when I fight, I can get this temple in. I can gable grip. Because you guys are taller, you may have to butterfly, but you're not pulling this up and you're not elevating. You're just trying to drop this shoulder into the wrist through his neck. So you didn't really take away from that pinch. You went from this over the tricep. You can gable grip or butterfly grip. And I'm not lifting up my shoulder. I'm trying to put downward pressure here. So it's my elbow, this elbow, my feet, and my hip stretching into my head.
I'm not nearly as dumb as I act.
those little subtle slowing down at the end. You had to shift south. And you kind of scoop it under. When you elevate your elbow, it opens up that space. Pull out. I said I was literally dropping. And I do this. I want you to feel the grip on my bicep. Just put your palm on my biceps. I'm not backing you. I'm not. It's this. It's totally counterintuitive.
Let's similar to back joke stuff.
It's just weird. Because you can't feel what you're doing.
Yeah. Been a while.
My alarm comes back. I know. Good seeing you, bro. Well, what about that head on right now? I got you. I don't know how I can figure these things out, but I know it's better than you.
You figure it out all the time. It works.
It's all good. I'll show you something that you're going to be able to do. So, stand up. Work on it. Stay on your feet. Pretending you're taller than everybody else, like you usually are, you're not going to find yourself in a clinch because you and you tower at least 6 to 12 inches over people. Your best self-defense and jiu-jitsu defense is going to be one of two things.
Thanks, guys.
Yes, because I've been dealing with the animal. So, yeah, I haven't done yet. You know, I'm not going to have my occupation. You're leaving me.
Yeah.
So, is he advanced? Yeah.
That's
Nice.